about the changing rules. And I have already talked to you about the first rule, and that is you might not have a disease that behavioral change can cure. I talked about the second rule, pick the right thing to change, and today I'm going to talk to my friends about the third important rule, and that is don't delude yourself about you really must not change. Changing for better, changing for greater heights, changing for more effectivity, it requires effort. And the third rule says don't delude yourself about what you really must change. And I quote with a small incident, which out of my experience, like always I talk. There is a five-star hotel, there was a GM named Sanjay. And this guy grew too big for his boots that he had assumed a little more power than even the MD. If anyone in the hotel wanted to put any idea or do anything, he has to run up the flagpole to Sanjay's office. Unless he says yes or accepts, nothing moved. The problem, as usual, my friend, involved Sanjay's interpersonal skill, and that's why he was very unpopular among his colleagues, though competent. Sanjay has developed an overwhelming sense of self-importance. It always came about in very Burke's very rude comments, dismissive opinion about anybody's suggestions, and an increased accountability to his direct reports. And this was the scene when I showed up. I I had all the feedback required. I just called him and I spoke to him. I said, Sanjay, we need to make changes. I said, the moment I said this, Sanjay just cut me off and said, what I really like to do is to lose 20 kgs and come back to my form. And I should have the six packs like some movie star. I said, are you serious about it? He said, yes, I am dead sure. And I must do this first. My friend, maybe I thought the Sanjay felt that's better, that if he improves in his looks or he feels better about his looks, by his health is better, and this vigor, and with this vigor everything else will fall into place automatically, and he'll perform better, his interpersonal relationship will improve automatically, and therefore I went with it. I simply asked me, Sanjay, how much time would you pay to have a body like some one poster he had in his office, like that, pointing at that poster. I said, it's in 1 week we have got the finest gym and a trainer. In 1 week I'll start changing and start feeling good and great. It feels terrific. I said, let us show up how easy it is and how you can do that. In 8 minutes a day, he said, nothing more. 8 to 10 minutes I work out. I'll be tightening my flab and having the abs as I need it. I smiled. I knew why Sanjay thought acquiring a bodybuilder's abs was easier to achieve than a being little more civil to his colleagues. His mind had been wrapped up by the constant media promises that anyone in the world can get the world-class physical shape with a little effort and little willpower. I was worried about his understanding of how we set and achieve goals and why. My friend, I've studied a lot of researchers on goal setting, and I haven't speaking about goal setting and goal achievements. A lot of it centers on diet and fitness because there is a huge population of people interested in such goals. It's easy to measure, and with record numbers of the Indians these days, they are either obese or out of shape. There's a huge and compelling history of failure in this area too. I've learned that there are if I can sum up, there are basic five reasons people do not succeed with their diet and fitness goals. They mistakenly estimate these things. First and foremost reason I feel, I explained him, is time. It takes a lot longer than they expected, people. They don't have time to do it. Consistency is missing. That's why people cannot afford that state of physical fitness. Second, besides time, effort. It is, my dear friend, harder than anyone expect. It is worth all the effort. It's just not worth all the effort. And distractions, third. These such people, they do not expect a crisis to emerge that will prevent them from staying with the program, with the routine they have set it for themselves. And then comes reward. After they see some improvement, they don't the response from others that they expect. People don't immediately love the new improved person you have become. And last point I say is maintenance. Once you hit your goal, people forget how hard it is to stay in this shape. Not expecting that they will have to stick with the program, this routine for life. They slowly backslide or give up completely and they come back to the original shape. This is what exactly I explained to Sanjay in his office. I was not trying to uh, talk him out of his six pack. If he makes him happy, I am cool with it. I was trying to make see that he was a little delusional about his goals and goal setting. That's why the rule is, don't delude yourself about you really must change. Getting in shape was eminently doable. Lots of people have done it, but it would not be easy, my friend. For one thing, it would take time away from your job or Sanjay's job. It would not be easy. For one thing, it would take time. It would probably take more effort than those the informalicals, exercise books, and personal trainers at the gym, such as he was thinking. The good chance that some distractions at this appointment he holds will come often. More important than if he achieve his goal, there was no guaranteed payoff that it would make him less grouchy. On the contrary, it might take him even more vain, self-satisfied, and insufferable. And there was certainly no guarantee that his colleagues would suddenly admire him for his renown, for newfound physique. Uh, Actually, they may not resent it. They may even resent it. And in that meeting, when I was talking to meeting, we had a you know a very unique benefit, because the reason we miscalculate our diet and health goals apply to any goal achievement. That's what I explained to him. If you want to succeed at any goal setting, you have to face the reality of the effort and the payoff before you begin even. Realize that the quick fixes and the easy solutions may not provide the lasting fix and the meaningful solution what you're seeking for. Lasting goal achievements requires a lot of time, hard work, personal sacrifices, consistency, perseverance, ongoing effort, and dedication to a process that is must be maintained over years, over and over years. And even if you can pull that off, the rewards may not be all what you are expecting. The sense percolated down to Sanjay's brain. He understood what I was telling. This may not be the best support for a late night infomiracle, but it is a great material for achieving any real change, I said. When he was convinced that I was talking sense, the physical getting into six packs is not so easy and is not related to his work and interpersonal relationship, he was calm. And now I asked Sanjay, are we ready to talk about what your colleagues think of you? So, my friend, remember the third rule and importance that don't delude yourself about what you really must change. Thank you very much.